says we're live.
It lies.
Come on, change colors.
So-
there you go.
Monday, I get a call from the guy who says, Mr. Merch, you come in and sign. We're ready. This is your car. I said, that's nice. I said, am I going to bring anything in? No, sir. Just come in and sign. Hi, guys. Busy on Minor Ranch. Keep the heat on. Donate here because it's cold and wet out there. If you like coffee, and you should, talk to these guys. They send us free coffee, which is better than sponsorship.
Yeah.
So talk to these guys. Tell them you heard about it here, so they'll keep sending us free coffee. So anyway,
Ian's in the middle of a rant, so we'll let him continue.
Well, no, because I'd have to go over and start it all over again. But I have to start it. I'll finish telling her later.
Yeah. And we're graced by Courtney.
Courtney's here.
Hi.
As you can hear from the female chuckle over there.
The ranting has been fun.
And Kermit says, start over for the audience.
Okay, if you insist. Ford House in Wichita Falls. Damn. So I've been trying to find a car for over a month. My pickup has been
Tits up.
yeah, much. It's been paws up. So I've been trying to find a vehicle, and I'm here to tell you, rant for another day. I found out why pre-2019 vehicles are going for so much. That's a rant for another time. The fucking government. So I finally found a Corolla. It's the only I like pickups and SUVs, but it's a car, and I'm tired of cadging rides. So go over to the Ford House, Wichita Falls, and bear in mind that I have used the calculator on their website that they put there, and I put in, this is my credit. This is nothing down. Tell me what the payments will be on this thing. So it comes back 9% and $330 a month. I can do that. No problem. Go to the Ford House. That one's been sold. However, there's another one. Same year, same make, same model, plus or minus 5,000 miles than the other one. It's like, don't worry about it. The calculator will be fine. Okay. So start talking to them. And it needs the list of stuff they need. And the last on the list of stuff they need is Rita's mortgage. And I'm going, why? I'm not on the mortgage, and she's not on the car. Why do you need the mortgage? Well, sir, we need the mortgage. So, no, you don't. Well, we'll work around it. If you want to sell this car, you do. So they worked around it. We're there Friday. And so while we're there, I call the raisin farm and talk to a human resource, say, hey, can you email them my last 3 pay stubs for proof of income? No problem. Love this little lady. She gets on it. I contact the Texas County District Retirement System, get proof of my retirement check.
Yeah.
And so they've got all that before they leave. So Saturday, because we apparently can't get it done Friday. Saturday, I get a text from the manager. It says, I'd like to know how your experience was. So I hit dial number, and I tell him how my experience was. And he said, I'm sorry. I understand you're frustrated. The finance people will be here at 9:30. I said, okay. He said, we'll get you done today. All right, whatever. So at 9:36, I get email. We don't have your proof of income. You damn sure do. So reply, I said, yes, you do. Here's a copy where I'm now forwarding you the email I sent you yesterday with my retirement. And I know the lady that sent you my raisin farm. She sent it to you. She's not here right now, so somebody needs to find it. Oh, it's in my junk folder. So, all right. So I'm waiting because we're supposed to get this done for noon. I'm at work, by the way. And noon comes and goes and no email. So at 2:30, I hit the number on the text and say, hey, Bubba, I'm about to get off work. Do I need to come by and sign for my car? And he said, well, we're having issues. And I said, The issue is I've only got one finance person here today, and the bank is being. I said, okay, should I come in Monday? Yes, please do come in Monday. That's Saturday. Sunday, I get an email, and I realize I knew this from the get-go that this is the automated response. And the automated response was, "Hi, this is manager I've just been talking to. And we consider ourselves proud of our community, and we want to help everybody in this time of need. You came in Friday, and what can I do to put you in this car?" Reply. And I laid out how the cow ate cabbage, and I believe the phrase "I'm getting pissed off" was in there at least once, along with selected cut and paste from the original email. And so Monday at 9:01, I get a call from the salesman. It says, "Ian, we've got your car." I said, "You serious? Because I'm fixing to hit the Nissan." He said, "No, we got your car. Just come in and sign it." I said, "Okay." Now, I'm not going to bring anything else, am I? "No, sir. Just come in, sign some paperwork. You're out of here." "All right, I'll be in for noon." Get in there. Get in there. And he says, "Okay, all I need is a copy of your insurance." And he says, "Why are you blinking at me?" I said, "Because when I utter the words, 'Do I need to bring anything else in?' and I hear the words back, 'No, sir, just come in and sign some stuff,' I don't bring anything else in." He said, "Sir, I'm sorry." I said, "Well, maybe we can work around it." And apparently, no, we can't work around it. So I call my insurance people and I say, "I'm buying a car." And I said, "Congratulations." I said, "Apparently I need a copy of my my insurance card." I said, "Oh, you're at the Ford house." Okay. So they send me a copy of insurance and so, all right, all this, I have signed the line on Friday for $440 payments. Go in and see the finance guy, find out that, well, sir, the reason why we couldn't get you made a mistake of telling me everything was recorded. So I started off with a list of complaints. I said, "You need a checklist of all the crap I need before I come in here," and hand it out. "Sir, we're so sorry." I went down the, and he said, "Well, the reason was that our bank isn't open on Saturday." I said, "You've been in business for X number of years, and you do not know that your bank isn't open on Saturday. You are not filling me with confidence." He said, "Oh, sir, we're so sorry." And he slides something over. He said, "Just sign right there at the bottom." I went, "Let me read it first. What the fuck is $501 a month?" And he said, "All this extra stuff. We're doing it for you." "No, you're not. The gap insurance, the extra insurance, the extra warranty, that's not for me. You realize it's a Toyota Corolla and that I am a 56-year-old male and that me getting into a accident is slim and none." I said, "My buddy's still here, so I'm going to the Nissan house." "Sir." So in comes the manager, whom has sent me stupid emails in the past, and says, "Well, 414 do?" And I said, "Yes, 414 will do." So I signed for the car, $414 a month, which annoys the crap out of me. But I need a vehicle. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to make a couple of payments. It's a Sanford. I'm making a couple of payments, and then I'm going over to my credit union, and I'm going to see if they now that I've actually got the vehicle, and they will have it on collateral, if they'll pay it off and I can pay the loan through them.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I realize I'll be doing Ford dirty. That's half the reason I'm doing it.
Well, now that you're done, yes, there was a P8 crash yesterday in Hawaii. Yes, that is my old squatter from the 1970s. No, nobody died. And yes, that is the first loss of a P8. And there are a lot of questions, as I realized, between the emails I got last night, the emails I got this morning, the text I got this morning, the chat that I got this morning, the messengers that I got. In all probability, and of course, the AIB was probably convened this morning, local time in Hawaii. And it'll take a couple of months to sort out. But had fish for the crew too. Yeah.
To hunt the sub, you must become the sub.
Heard that one already yesterday. Uh, let me see. It was low ceilings. It was raining. They were coming in after a flight from the West Coast. And in all probability, they were a little fast. They broke out late. They landed long. And oh, by the way, Kaneohe is a volcanic runway, which means it is slicker than greased owl shit when it's wet. There's a thing called a runway braking index. It's actually called Arcan. And when you get a volcanic runway, the Arcan goes to nothing. So when you add all those pieces together, yeah, that means they're going off the end of the runway, out of the overrun, and into the water.
Kind of took a bad time to eat Taco Bell before the flight.
Yeah. Which leads to a secondary rant from an old friend of mine who I flew with in the Navy again in the 70s with a different squadron, who was an IP in the squadron, went on to become an instructor pilot for United Airlines, teaching pilots how to fly 747s and 777s. And he said there was a thing called trainer. What did he call it? Basically trainer comfort level. And he said, there is no way that trainer time can replace butt in the seat flying the airplane time. Because in the trainer, they know even if they fuck it up major league and crash the airplane, there's this reset button.
Yeah.
So there's no penalty for screwing up. No trainer can replace actual flying the airplane, landing and taking off, dealing with the crosswinds, dealing with the bumps and thumps that you get in the real world. But they have also cut flight time for the Navy pilots and Marine pilots by roughly 50% over the last 40 years. When I was still in and we would upgrade people from 3P to 2P to PPC, for example. It was 900 hours to upgrade to 2P, 1,200 hours to upgrade to PPC. Now they're having kids being put in the left seat as a patrol plane commander with less than 900 hours, actual hours in the air.
I'd also check the crew chief's bag for blue M&Ms. If there are
Yeah,
any blue M&Ms in there, that was doomed from the start.
Yeah, it's good point, Ben. It's the difference between Grand Theft Auto and a DC freeway for real. And the problem is the military, along with the commercial airlines, are going more and more to training time to replace actual flight time.
Because it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. And classic example was that DC-10 crash over Japan a few years ago with FedEx. Neither pilot had actually flown an airplane in the previous 4 months.
For FedEx?
Yeah. They had been getting their seat time in the trainer. And they landed at Narita and got into a porpoise situation and stuck the airplane.
Prang.
Yeah. Yeah, Steph, that's another good point. Be a commercial pilot, you need 1,500 hours. One of the European airlines that crashed, the co-pilot had 200 hours total flight time and less than 50 hours in the airliner he was the co-pilot of.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not good.
The other thing that's going on, and it is getting worse, and this has been around for a long time, is spoofing GPSs. Right now, there are serious issues with commercial flights in and around anywhere near Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. The navigation systems are getting spoofed by GPS, i.e., a stronger system is taking over the plane, making them think they're somewhere else other than where they are.
They're getting bad navigation data.
Yeah. The air crews live and die by GPS. They don't know how to fly the airplane anymore. They don't know how to fly needle ball. So I don't think we're going to see it get any better anytime soon. Yeah. And it's been a problem for a long time. The problem is that nobody was admitting to it. It was known within the military and commercial world. And there were, that's the best way to say this, unofficial warnings about what was going on. But nobody was willing to put it on paper and say anything out loud. Because what you got to realize about GPS is it's only about a 5,000th of a watt is the amount of power that's actually getting to your GPS system from the actual satellite. Yeah, a lot of folks did not want it to be the be-all to end-all. Yeah, Army soldiers using GPS versus a map. That's going to work real good until yeah, Loran will get you in the ballpark. The Navy and Coast Guard are actually upgrading Loran to become Loran E or electronic.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but Loran still works. It'll get you within 10 miles, which is a boat owner or an airline. You know, you're in the ballpark at that point. You can do VHF, ADF steers from there.
In other news, glub on my sub. We have a book coming out this Friday. The second book 2 in the Spergel Chronicles is out this Friday. I was thinking about reading the back cover.
You should.
I should read the back cover. We're doing something a little different this time for the back cover. It's adorable. So one of the girls, their 50-word short stories.
Young man, actually.
Well, the ladies are on
right.
their postcard things. So one of our authors turned in. I'm trying to. Good God, y'all send me a lot of messages.
You're just supposed to stand up front and look pretty.
Yeah, exactly. So David Matsui sent in a 50-word short regarding Spergel, and it was so good that we're using it for the back cover. So I'm going to read this 50-word short story as a please buy the book because I have to pay for a new car. So the title is Per My Last Email by David Matsui. Per my last email, Lieutenant Spergel is not to draw pentagrams or anything else on the decks. His efforts predictably resulted in absolute failure. Somehow his scribblings transmuted the reactor into a giant squid. Squid started smashing while screaming about being God. The Marine contingent disagreed. Repairs will be extensive. And that is the back cover for, you see, what had happened was. And it's this is y'all outdid yourselves on this one. You really did. I really didn't expect the Spergel Chronicles to take off like they have. And the simple fact that Andrew J. Spergel is incompetent his way into so many other. There are people that don't know a thing, that don't know Raconteur Press exists, that are coming up with Andrew J. Spergel, trying to figure out why he's so damned incompetent. It's great.
Oh, Ben pointed out Peter Nealon's latest Palace book dropped today.
Sweet. Outstanding.
And Peter is a good author. He writes some very hardcore military / combat / very close to real world stories. And if you enjoy it, it's the newest one is out today.
Spurgo's being a part of our culture. Yes, he is. I'm so proud of that. Just remember, incompetent. He can be, incompetently deviant, deviantly incompetent. I don't care as long as the man's incompetent, and send more books.
Yeah.
Or send more stories. Let's see. The live stream with Peter Nealon I did Friday went to 3 hours. It's up on Pete's YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in me laser focused on something,
And you never said you were a friggin' writer.
kind of thought that was obvious.
No, it isn't.
If you want to see me not, that's been the main comment on the whole thing. It's 3 hours, and you didn't fidget once. I was focused. I was focused on stuff.
You were scared shitless is what it was.
Thus the focus. Good folks. Good folks had a good time. Then it went longer after we shut down. We went even longer.
Yeah.
Just talking. It was 1 hour. Probably go to 2. We went to 3.
Yeah.
And we were all over the map. We really were. Good folks. It was Peter Nealon, Cooper Presto, and Mike Coopry.
Yeah.
And had a good time. Of course, Reed had stopped off and gotten me a Starbucks mocha because
So you were slightly wired.
yeah, well, there was also a generous splash of McGillicuddy's in my cafe mocha. So I had a peppermint mocha. And it was really good.
One of these days, we'll have to bring him a large Red Bull with
Oh God, no.
feed it to him during the live stream.
Oh God, no.
We'd put him to sleep.
Actually, she's not far wrong. The Red Bull would probably put me to drink. Put me to drink. You guys put me to drink. It would put me to sleep.
Yeah. Macduff the crime dog did get his start in this
McGruff,
area.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the guy,
Artie Woods.
Yeah.
Deputy Artie Woods.
the guy
Nice
that
guy.
did that is part of our American Legion. And Artie is a piece of work.
He's different.
Yeah.
Artie's different. We like Artie. He's different.
He's in his late 70s. He still serves as a deputy sheriff, still patrols regularly. And he also does McGruff the crime dog at every local gun show, children's get together, everything that he can to get the word out.
Yep. So Jim's got a collection, and Cedar did him a cover. And I walked in, and he showed it to him and said, "Yep, that's it. That's the one. That cover's great." Let's see.
All I've got to do is write the last story because it's 9 short stories from 9 different anthologies that I've been in. But I'm going to write a short story, a new short story for it, because I'm still having some problems with my eyes. And I can't, there's no way I'm going to get my latest Bell Chronicles finished by Christmas. So it's something to throw up there and maybe y'all will buy it.
Let's see here. I actually have a Space Cowboys 404
Mm-hmm.
is coming out. I love the cover for this one.
Right. That one's so
It's
much
the
fun.
first one. It's got cowboy and no cows because the title is Space Cowboys 404 Cow Not Found. So Cedar, there's no cows on it. It's great.
One of the first stories in it is called The Little Lost Cow, and it's spelled CAU.
Now you just put a new one out, didn't you, Courtney?
Yeah, Corey's going out.
Yeah, my Christmas Aliens Christmas Kiss came out a couple weeks ago, and it's cute and fun and has a mistletoe.
A mistletoe.
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 Buy mistletoes, guys. Get her your story. Buy mistletoes.
Cedar has a new novella out.
Yep,
Racing
Running
into
into
Time, I
Time.
think is the name
Yeah.
of it is.
Yeah.
It's called Running into Time. It went live yesterday, day before yesterday.
What?
It's awesome.
Running into timeout.
Mhm.
Y'all got to tell me this shit so I can publish it on the blog, for God's sakes. Try to help people. And,
Well, she got it out so fast, she's not sure she wrote it yet.
oh, okay.
And
One
the
of
cover's
those.
awesome. Yeah. The cover's actually pretty cool.
Oh, I put up a kind of vague Facebook vague posting. For those who don't know, Rita had some minor surgery, extensive minor surgery, but all minor surgery. She's got lacerations all over her back, and she's never had dermabond before. She's never had dermabond. So
Oh, God. This
Yes.
is hilarious.
yesterday she asked me to check. So I was looking at her back. It's like, baby, there's no dermabond on these 3 incisions. And those are the ones I could reach. Stop scratching the dermabond. You got to stop scratching it. She said, you don't understand how much it itches. It's like, of the people in this house, one of us has rolled out of an emergency room with 200 stitches, 50 staples, and 5 different applicators of dermabond. I know how much it itches, baby. Quit scratching it. It's like, so I get a text. I feel like a little bear. Okay. All right. That's different, little bear. So I want to find a trait. No. No scratching the dermabond. She's literally clawed it off of 3 of the. It's like, I know it itches, baby. I do, but you're
Well,
gonna
tell
have
her
to-
the fix is you're going to super glue it back together with super glue.
I actually have dermabond on the way.
Yeah.
Well, super glue started out as a dermabond.
Yeah.
No, it's dermabond is just
All it is super glue.
is super glue. Dermabond is simply medical grade super glue.
Yeah.
But I after she got out of surgery and I saw all that super glue on her back, I called Jim and said, "Hey, I can't find my dermabond. Can you find your dermabond?" He said, "No." I said,
No.
I'll order some." So I've got dermabond on the way.
Yeah, I have no idea where mine got off to.
Yeah, me either. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been
Either that or somebody used it for super glue instead of dermabond.
that would be dumb. And the dermabond applicator is designed for widespread.
I know,
Okay.
but people
People
use stuff for things they're not designed to be used for, as we all know.
But
I'm shocked.
yeah, right.
Truly.
I'd say that at least half the people in the audience have used super glue instead of dermabond because it was handy.
Yeah, I might have done the same thing once or twice over the years.
As long as you get a popsicle stick to put it on with.
Yeah.
Because never mind, we're not going there.
Well, it helps if you use clamps too.
You don't need to use clamps, but you've got never mind.
You just got to be able to hold it closed.
Well, it depends on how wide it's gaping.
Yeah,
If it's gaping too wide, dermabond won't help.
Yeah.
It is, well, if you clamp it enough.
So I put up another post that's got a couple of writers going, ooh. I'm busy transferring all my personal items
Mhm.
from my pickup to the new car. And one of the first things I did is I've got a rescue me. All of our cars have a rescue me, and they're on a very short leash of high vis yellow 550 cord, and they're tied to the inboard strut of the headrest. So no matter how disoriented or if your eyes are full of dirt, whatever, you reach up and slap the headrest, slide it down, and you come across Rescue Me. The Rescue Me is a spring-loaded window punch and a really good seatbelt cutter.
Yeah.
And I always put them in those locations. It's one of the schools I went through way back said that's where you put it because you can it never gets very far. No matter how you roll the car, it's not going to get very far. Yes, I've rolled cars before. Leave me alone. And I had a whole bunch of people, oh my God, and I don't understand why more people don't do it.
Yeah.
They don't think about it.
Point.
Yeah. In Virginia, that rescue me would be considered a burglary tool.
Are you shitting me?
No, because it has a spring-loaded center punch in it.
Yeah. So for breaking windows.
And that's considered a burglary
Oh, for
tool
fuck's
in
sake.
Virginia.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Good thing I don't live in Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, depending on which cop you run into, I know of somebody who got arrested because he had screwdriver, hammer, and knife in his pocket.
Yeah.
For burglary tools.
Oh, yeah.
When I was working on a regular basis and wearing cargo pants all the time, it was odd if you didn't find at least one screwdriver, a knife, and a hammer in my pockets.
Yeah.
Well, that's people. Okay. When I first started in law enforcement, back when we were riding T-Rexes on patrol, there was this big thing on the internet about, in Texas, screwdrivers are burglary tools. There's something called totality of circumstances. Every state has totality of circumstances. I don't care. Every state and every territory has a doctrine called totality of circumstances. One thing doesn't necessarily make it so. You've got to look at the whole picture. Having walking around with a crowbar can be considered a burglary tool, given the totality of circumstances. If you're walking around your job site with a crowbar,
Not so much.
it's not. That totality of circumstances is not a burglary tool. If you are a 17-year-old kid and you've got a crowbar, a ski mask, and black leather gloves walking around town at 3 a.m, probably a burglary tool. Totality of circumstances. All of these one-note things that people say, if you have this, then this. Totality of circumstances usually applies, and just pump the brakes.
Yeah. Steph says, that's why you carry a baseball bat in your car. You also need a ball and a glove.
Yeah. Again, totality of circumstances.
I can't think of many people, at least with trucks in Texas, that don't have a hammer, a screwdriver, and other assorted things laying loose in the cab.
And you should also have a wooden stick about this long,
Tire thumper.
Tire thumper,
labeled tire thumper.
Yeah.
Tire thumper. Well, it doesn't matter. It's
With or without the lid in the nose of it.
you can carry a baseball bat marked Louise in Texas. If you're not driving to a riot giggling the entire time, totality of circumstance says you're okay.
Ag, what did you do? RFC 2324, section 2.3.2. Any attempt to brew coffee with a teapot should be result in an area code 418. I'm not a teapot. The resulting entity may be short and stout.
No, but I've got to find somebody borrowed I've got a cold steel entrenching tool, the Russian Spetsnaz.
Yeah.
Little bitty short shovel. And I've had one in every vehicle, and I can't find mine. It was in the pickup, and now I can't find it. It's really annoying because I'm moving everything over to the car because I'm going to get rid of the pickup.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find the stuff that I know was in there that's not in there now is really starting to annoy me.
Yeah. The whole RFC is Hypertext Coffee Pot Control Protocol. Yeah.
Okay, sometimes I'm so glad to be part of this group because it makes me seem normal.
That's almost as bad as 1149 that Ben swears up and down he knows nothing about, but has an original copy of for Internet Protocol.
Oh, Ben Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh God. The nice thing about this so far about this car, I'm going to miss my pickup. I was telling the folks here, I've driven a pickup or an SUV for the last 30 years, and it's really kind of freaking me out a bit because it's a 2021 Toyota Corolla. It's in Federal Silver.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put any stickers on it, so that most people think that's a Federal Fleet car with undercover plates and leave me the hell alone. But
But it's so cute.
well, the weird thing about it, and I was coming back from the gym today, and I realized what's freaking me out. Well, several things are freaking me out, but the hood nosedives, and you cannot see it from the driver's seat. You got this giant window and no hood, and I didn't realize until oh, there's the hood. I didn't realize I can't see the hood, and I don't have that unconscious
Barrier on the front of your
yeah,
car.
Yeah.
I can't see the hood. It's really freaking me out. Also, it's automatic. And the last time I drove a car, a POV, not a squad car, it was a manual. Cars should have manual transmissions. So I spent the first day, every time I got in, I grabbed the gear shift and shook it.
Yeah.
You're just going, baby, it's an automatic. Son of a bitch. My feet are doing the dance on the floorboard.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, odds are pretty good that you can probably pop it over into actually doing the gears because I know mine can.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a clutch. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I cannot help with that, but I can tell you that you can, in fact, gear shift.
I
with
may
it.
have to do that because it's really
Yes, Richard. Ben did get back from China. Okay. And we got a rather interesting data dump this weekend from him.
I didn't get to talk to him. I need to now that I have a functional vehicle that is reliable. I may have to drive down there and take him his coffee or something.
Yeah.
Not this month.
But
This month's kind of busy. I do need to, now that I have a reliable functional vehicle. I need to drive up and see Bill at Mead Hall.
Yeah.
Now that I can actually get there and not be stuck beside the road.
yeah, good point, Alan. The driver's eye view of a VW Beetle with a motor in the wrong end.
I've rolled a VW Beetle.
Yeah, most people that have owned VWs have at one point or another.
But they're easy to roll back.
Yeah.
Well, this one wasn't, but
If you roll them hard enough, they just keep rolling. You end up back on the wheels and
that's no
keep
kidding.
going.
That's no kidding.
Somebody rig up a soup can on a spring.
What's soup can in a spring?
Yeah. For a clutch.
I think we're doing the dance on Rhea was giggling. Rhea has an adorable giggle, so I don't mind it when she giggles at me. She was giggling, so my feet are dancing. It's like, okay, babe.
You can have those French press backup coffee makers. Give me a damn percolator.
Rhea's not drinking coffee anymore. I use one of the Melita pour overs. I love that thing.
Yeah.
French press makes good coffee, but it's way too. When I go in to get coffee, it's because I have not engaged higher brain functions yet.
Yeah.
And for a French press, you've got to be able to count off 4 minutes exactly. And in the morning, I can't do that.
What timers are for?
Yeah.
Not only do you have to count off 4 minutes exactly, you have to remember how to use your timer.
So I've got one that I set. I can set the timer, and then it's sitting on the clock, and then I'm ready to put it on the timer. I just turn it, and it goes direct, and it does the same time every time I put it on that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I have an electric mine. I punch it and I set it for 5:30 in the morning, so that when I wake up at 6, my coffee is ready.
No, I've got an electric kettle, and I don't understand why more Americans don't have electric kettles because those things are damned handy. I get up, I 2 tablespoons of coffee in a Melita brown filter, wet in the Melita thing. Pour the coffee, or pour the coffee. Bloody hell! Pour the water. Throw it in the sink. Pour in the evaporated milk and drink. And voila, you're awake.
Talking about percolators, when I had my knee surgery, I was kind of not able to do anything, and I was stuck at home, and I was on some fairly strong pain medication, and I had hobbled into the kitchen for something, and I had to take the percolator out of the cabinet to get to whatever I was looking for. And I remember looking at it, and it was pretty grungy. And I decided I was going to clean it.
Why?
Fall apart.
I spit shined that son of a bitch.
Why?
I don't know.
Understandable.
It sits in a cabinet, and if I ever have to use it, it's going to take me 6 months to get it back where it was, where the coffee tastes right.
We have a number of French presses, including at least one insulated French press. Plus, I think at least 2 drip coffee makers. Plus, an old-fashioned sits on the stove percolator.
Yeah.
I think we've got one of the blue granite well campfire coffee pots. The only thing I'm missing that I'm looking for is an electric percolator.
I haven't seen one of them in a while.
I have had good percolated coffee.
Yeah.
It's just that's another thing. I stagger into the kitchen. I flip the switch on the electric kettle. And it's just there's 1 pack of green Splenda, 1 pack of red Splenda. Put the little Melita plastic thing, grab a brown filter, run it under the water, 2 scoops of coffee, pour, drink.
I'm not awake enough to do that in the morning.
I don't have to think about it anymore.
I'm with Jim. Now, the clock's messed up on our percolator right
Yeah.
now. I can't set it. Mostly because I can't read the clock.
Yeah.
But I still have it. So I walk in the kitchen in the morning and I go, punch. One hand over the eye that's wobbling and punch.
Yeah. Yes, in the South, that would be considered a criminal offense to clean the percolator.
I know
No, you don't ever clean the cups.
I will tell you that one of the few times I saw my old chief deputy's eye twitch was when the very perky secretary found his coffee cup and cleaned it. And then she brought him coffee. He's looking at it and said, "This isn't my mug." She said, "It's the one you always use." So he looked at it. "Why is it so white?"
Yeah.
She said, "Because I cleaned it. It was nasty." And his eyes started twitching.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I served in the military with chiefs that had not cleaned their coffee cup since they bought it.
I have a stoneware mug from Kent Rollins collection. It's a big, heavy stoneware mug.
Yeah.
Holds heat really well. And I will make my cup of coffee in the morning. I will drink, and then I'll walk into the kitchen. I rinse it out, and I just rinse it out. And
Yeah.
I put it in the.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Then there are the old 30 pot percolators that sat in shops and
Oh,
had
yeah.
not been moved since the
Yeah,
60s.
since Christ was a corporal, yeah.
Well, and to be quite honest, my favorite coffee is cowboy coffee.
Yeah.
Ken Rollins has a really good YouTube video on how to make cowboy coffee, and honestly, cowboy coffee is the best if you have the time and
Yeah.
somebody knows how to do it, and has a properly seasoned coffee. Coffee pot. That is the best way to have coffee.
Yeah. Kent Rollins has got some great videos up.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Rollins highlights video, oh my God. For those of you who don't know, Richard Hopkins found a video with Uncle Roger. He traveled to Oklahoma to cook with Kent Rollins.
Yeah.
And Uncle Roger's funny as hell. And oh my God. Oh my God. But anyway, cowboy coffee, which you have to know how to do it. Kent says it's easy. I'll show you how to do
Yeah.
it. I can't make it come out like this.
Yeah.
Or like the cook in the Army. That's when I was in. That was how coffee was made out in the field. It was a great huge vat of boiling water, and then they dumped Folgers into it until it was the proper consistency. Let it boil for X number of minutes. Poured in cold water, scooped off the coffee, and that was the best coffee I've ever had.
Yeah.
And Kent does something similar. He's got this great huge blue speckled coffee pot
Yeah. The old stoneware.
that's been seasoned properly.
Yeah.
And he does the same thing. He brings water to rolling boil, dumps in Folgers, and I dislike Folgers. I dislike Folgers intensely. Dumps in Folgers. Then after X number of minutes, he pours cold water around the edge, pours off the coffee, and that's the best coffee I've ever had. I don't have the magic touch.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's Folgers, not Maxwell House.
Yeah. Some people will argue which one of those is better.
Folgers doesn't put grease on top of it.
No. Of course,
Now,
on a small boy, you don't care because you get
this-
the jet fuel anyway.
The one he uses is an ancient porcelain steel. It's porcelain over steel.
Yeah.
The old campfire stuff was all porcelain spatterware. It's called spatterware.
Yeah.
It's porcelain over steel. And the porcelain,
Heavy as hell.
yeah, the porcelain is a nonstick, but it's porous enough that it takes on something, and we call it seasoning, or they call it seasoning. And he makes the best coffee, and I've tried. I cannot replicate. The Melit is the closest I can get.
Yeah. Yeah. We
I-
drink it because we need it. Right, Jerry?
It's magic bean water. It keeps me from going back. It keeps me from going back to jail.
John was asking earlier, why not clean the cups? Because coffee acquires a certain taste. And when you have a clean coffee cup, the coffee does not taste the same. Now I realize these fruit tea drinkers have to have their special cups, and
My
they have
teacup,
to be immaculately clean.
no, my teacup's the same way. I have my coffee mug and I have a teacup, and my teacup has writers. It's people see it on the internet. It's white. It has writer file names. It's like first draft, second draft, God damn it draft, third draft, please kill me draft.
Yeah.
Final draft, final, damn it, I mean it.
Yeah. And it's also seasoned. That's my tea mug, and it's properly seasoned. I rinse it out.
Well, that's heresy for a tea drinker, though.
Yeah, on them.
One of these days, I'm going to sneak into his house, pour coffee into his tea mug, let it sit for an hour, and then
No.
rinse it out.
No. And I don't know about anybody else. It may just be my imagination, but if I take occasionally my coffee mug gets cleaned, and my coffee doesn't taste right for about the next 3 or 4 cups of coffee. It's good. It's good coffee. It just doesn't
Yeah.
taste right.
Well, that's all right. If you're due like me, the first 3 or 4 cups you're not awake for yet, so it doesn't really matter. That's daily.
Have a good day, Bill. Don't work too hard.
John Van Strike, clean my teacup off when a layer of tea stain starts to peel off. Yes. That's actually a thing. Yes. And what I do is water towel or a paper towel, knock all the worst of it. Don't break the seasoning on my cups. I have this beige Kent Rollins coffee cup and this white teacup. Those are my cups. Leave them alone.
Shoulder pain.
Yep, I will rinse it out when I'm done drinking, and I've managed to back way off to 1 cup or 1 mug of coffee a day, sometimes 2. But that's trust me, guys, I've backed way off on the coffee.
Furniture moving demands power tools differ. I'm afraid to ask what you're doing.
Anyway, so I'll drink it and I rinse it and put it upside down and fine. I used to, especially when I was at the sheriff's office, I was doing a pot a day. I'd pot sometimes on bad days it was 2 pots a day. And when Jim was working there, we were going through 4 pots of coffee because
Yeah.
it was you, me, and Hambright and a couple others. We were going. All of us need coffee just to do admin
Functional.
stuff, do a functional. And we were going through 4 pots of coffee before noon.
Oh, pour over for her mug for Christmas.
Are you talking about the thing that holds the one-shot filter? If so, they're all good. The filter is what you need to look for. Amazon Melitta, Melitta, Melitta invented the
Melita.
TA
1A. 1T.
invented the the fuck is that?
No, we're not doing a live stream on Thursday. Whatever it was, it's dead now.
Dead now. It's what you want is the filter, and I find the best filter are the brown. Basically, it's blotter paper, and they make them in brown and white. Buy Melitta, buy the brown one. Those are the best tasting ones to me.
I'll defer to y'all because I don't use that crap.
You can.
I use what's available. I can figure out anything from a mug
Well,
pot to.
I went to Amazon and I ordered 1 little box. I thought they come in boxes of I think 250, and I got a case of them for what I thought was a 1 box. I got a case. I'm good till Ragnarok. I have got coffee filters for days, months, probably years.
Have to open the wall to fix the shower. Take apart a table to move sofa. Oh, you got a major project, is what you're saying, differs.
That's not. I'm not
Yeah.
going there.
You have to paint the front door to change the light bulb. I see how this works.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to change the light bulb. And you realize you don't have any in the house. So you have to go out to the garage and get your light bulbs.
Right.
You have to go out to light bulbs. You go out the garage and realize, oh, the door's sticking. So you're fix that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And
I understand.
yeah, you have to paint the door to change
Yeah.
the light bulb.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I know exactly how that works.
There are people who do not do routine maintenance. Yes.
It's not just routine maintenance. It's
It's the
it's
Oh,
the
she
way
fixed
the
this.
ADHD mind works.
I made a cup of coffee and I put it down because I wanted to go get my cream. But the cream is right next to my breakfast. So I should actually make the breakfast. And I'm going to make my breakfast. And I need to go get this out of the other room to do this. So I end up doing my laundry and putting it all away before I actually get to my coffee.
And by then the coffee's cold.
See, that never happens with me because
Because you can't do anything else until you've had your coffee. My coffee makes me slow down enough that I can
Yep.
focus on not doing all that bullshit.
If Jesse's got this quote, if you give a fox your nachos, that is Tom Rogdenby, who may or may not be on here,
Tom's not here today.
did a riff on me, and it's funny as hell. It's on one of my posts.
Oh, shower pipe snapped at the wall. Oh, that friggin' sucks.
Oh, that's damn. No.
Yeah, that's cut the wall.
It's-
That's going to take some major fixing.
That's call a plumber.
Yeah. My age, you're damn right. I'm going to call a
Call a
plumber
plumber.
and tell him put in PEX.
Yeah, PEX. Yeah, it differs. Get PEX. Just get PEX and don't worry about it.
Yeah, Jerry, the Cedar did me a cover for the short stories,
It's great.
and it might or might not have a coffee stain on the cover. Just saying.
I want to find out the magic procedure, the spell steps to making cowboy coffee and do it with Arbuckles.
Yeah.
Because I think if coffee is that good cowboy style with Folgers, with Arbuckles, it should be just toe curling.
What the hell, Michael? They changed the chemistry of Zip Guard from urethane to polyurethane.
Of course they did.
The hell?
Oh! That's another thing. I found out why vehicles 2018 and earlier used or selling for new car prices. 2019.
What they don't have.
2019 is when car manufacturers got more stupid than normal. And if you're in a 2019 vehicle, most of them, almost all of them, if you connect to your phone, it will clone your phone. So if somebody steals your vehicle, they've got they've got basically a cloned phone in the dashboard. Yep.
It's interesting because my 2021 does not do that. It does not clone the phone.
It might do that and not tell you it did.
Hmm.
Apparently, it was something to make things easier. And then everybody wants a car. Everybody's buying cars before 2025 and 2028 because in 2025 they're mandated to check your breath before they'll let you start it.
Yeah.
And I don't know about anybody else. No. And in 2028, this is something else. National Highway Transportation Safety Board is asking for public comments on their new rules about active speed control to cut down the epidemic of speed-related deaths in the U.S.
Yeah, that ain't going to fly.
Well, I didn't think the onboard liquor detector would either, but
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah, Richard, the used vehicle market, well, two things killed it. One, as Ag said, the Obama's
Cash,
cash
for
for clunkers. That started the downfall. And the second thing is all of the new items starting in 2019, 2020, 2021, yada, yada, yada. And people don't want that.
Well, and add to that something else is that since at least the 90s, it's gotten more and more impossible for the shade tree mechanic to go out there,
Right.
take an old car and do something with it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 2018. Now, 2018 is the last year of stuff that people around here consider to be sane.
Yeah.
2019 and later, they don't consider it to be sane.
The last cars that I worked on, and I grew up with a mechanic for a grandfather. So I worked on cars for years. The last cars I'll really work on are 1970.
Mhm.
Anything after 1970, I don't touch.
You don't have the computers to check them out.
No. And I'm not going to pay $25,000 for a computer to check it.
Yeah, the 2018 was also the last year of the teeny tiny touchscreens, not the great huge.
Yeah.
And that 2021's got a big one. It's driving me nuts. It really is. I hate having to go through screens to do things on a car. Don't get me wrong. I like this car. I really do. I like the fact that I put 4 gallons in it. That's something else. The Ford House gave me a car with less than a quarter tank of gas in it. So I put 4 gallons in it. What the hell? It's $10, 4 gallons. And it went to half a tank.
Yeah.
And 132-mile range. And that's,
Oh, Michael,
I like that.
a little trick for you to find your vacuum leaks, plural, as usually you have more than one, is brake clean, which may sound odd, but if you spray brake clean and the motor revs up, you have a vacuum leak.
I can remember Wayne saying something about that.
Because, well, that's my grandfather taught me that.
It's a propellant.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's also petroleum based.
Mhm.
So you get a 7% solution, it boom.
But no, I'm really, other than the fact that I can't see the hood, which is unconsciously driving me nuts because it's a reference point for
Yeah.
me. I like this car. I like the fact that I've got half a tank and 132-mile range on it, where 4 gallons in my pickup was 1 trip to Wichita and back.
Yeah.
This one looks like I'm gonna get about 7 trips.
Yeah, Michael, that's another problem. We don't fit anymore. I can remember having pickup trucks that I could climb in the engine bay to work on the engine.
Stand in the engine bay.
Yeah. Now, I will say the 67 Vet was a problem because to change the number 8 plug, I had to take the motor mount loose and jack the engine up. Because that was the only way to get a friggin' plug wrench on that son of a bitch. And my grandfather, who was was a factory mechanic for Studebaker at the factory, cussed that car. Yeah. Well, Grandpa said he was the most hated man in the factory.
His T-Rex kept biting people.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but he sent the Studebaker Avanti back 3 times for redesign because he couldn't work on it. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Michael. And if you sat on the fender, it wasn't going to collapse. Unlike the new shit out there that you look at wrong and it bends.
And $400 for a repair.
That'd be lucky.
I'm talking about from looking at it. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about from touching it.
Yeah. I have to clear about 25% of the engine compartment out to change the battery. Yeah.
Jim and I changed the water pump on my pickup back when it started going.
Yeah.
We changed out the water pump, and the Tetris games involved. It's a 4.8 liter V8. It's good. It's a good engine. It's a good car.
Yeah.
Well, good pickup. It really is. That's just I don't have the spoons to work on it. We changed out the water pump, and the Tetris involved getting to that thing was awe-inspiring.
Yeah. Sean, a friend of mine, out on the left coast a number of years ago, bought one of the PT Cruisers when it first came out. And he was less than thrilled with the amount of power the vehicle had. And he happened to have a little play toy sitting in the back of his garage. So he shoved a 426 Hemi into a PT Cruiser, which necessitated moving a few things, like the firewall back 3 feet, redoing the entire front suspension, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he ended up driving it from the back seat. So the back seat became the front seat. But it was absolutely hilarious to watch him driving down the road
I'll bet.
in a PT Cruiser, sitting in the back seat and nobody in the front seat. And CHP got rather irate at him until a couple of them pulled him over and he opened the hood and they went, "Oh,
Yeah.
yes, sir, you're perfectly legal. Yes, this is, yeah. Have a nice day, sir. How fast will a sumbitch run?"
I know a guy in the Army that had to take the front driver's seat out and sit in the back seat and drive because he was
You that damn
he
big?
had waivers for being too tall to be in the Army.
Yeah.
I like Toyotas. I like Japanese vehicles. They go forever. They're not sexy. This is a silver Corolla. Like I said, I'm going for government fleet vehicle with civilian plates,
Yeah.
so that your average critter goes, "I'm not fucking with that one."
Yeah.
So there won't be bumper stickers on it. There's not going to be any. Just like that. That's an undercover federal fleet vehicle.
Maybe we should get some of those bullet hole stickers and put on it.
What the hell? We can make bullet holes in it.
Right.
Yeah, but he might shoot back.
Now he'd be the one making the bullet holes too.
And
And on that note, folks, we've wasted another hour of your
we
time.
have. It's been a quick one today. I will not be a live stream on Thursday.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys. Deal with it.
Yeah, we do appreciate y'all putting up with us. And if you're traveling to have a happy Turkey Day, be safe.
Yeah, please be safe.
If you're already there, enjoy the time with the family. Stay the fuck off the goddamn internet Thursday and spend time with people and eat way too much food.
Yeah, just ignore your diet.
Yeah.
Go have good time with family and friends. All right.
Yep. And if you're in the military and you've got access to a dining facility, go enjoy the soup to nuts, because this will be one of the 2 good meals you'll get out of the dining facility all year.
And if you're in the field, enjoy your turkey sandwich.
Yeah. And remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty
Y'all
stuff.
be safe. Have a good time.
See you later. Bye-bye.